Deltarune Tomorrow! Hey, it's Savvy Stonecrow, and welcome to my study. Go ahead and grab yourself a nice cold drink in this nice warm summer. Find a floor pillow, cuddle up, and listen round, because we are going to be talking about the trailer that just dropped today. So if you didn't know, the Deltarune trailer dropped on today's Nintendo Direct. And what a Nintendo Direct that was. I don't know about you, I don't really watch them too often. I only watch them if I know that Deltarune is going to be on it. And there were some exciting games that were released or re-released. I might check some of them out even. Otherwise, I was getting ready for work, waiting the whole hour, and it said in the description it would be only 50 minutes. So I'm waiting for Deltarune. And it's just not coming. I think we're all kind of disappointed by that. But kept waiting, and at the 50-minute mark, it started going into the slides for the games that aren't important enough to have their own announcement trailer with the big announcer guy. So I'm like, oh darn, and I was waiting to see if it might just come up with, maybe there's just a release date. Nothing, and I clicked off, because I kind of had to go. And I clicked off, I go to Tumblr, and I type in Deltarune to see if anyone else was disappointed, or maybe I missed it. I see everyone's disappointed. I look away, I come back, I refresh, and then all of a sudden, Deltarune today! I was like, I missed it? How did I miss it? So I went back. Luckily, it's been re-uploaded across YouTube. I watched it, and oh my goodness, it is so beautiful. And we're gonna watch it together, actually. We're gonna have a little movie night. And we're gonna go through frame by frame and talk about it. Okay? Okay. Alright, so we've got Toby Fox growing out of the ground like some sort of plant, or maybe a creature that uses plants as camouflage. And it's a sunflower of some sort on his head, maybe indicating Flowey, although I'd say Flowey is less of a sunflower and more of a aster of some sort. And then we go right into these rodent sort creatures that look almost like snakes. And I don't know, they kind of got MS Paint faces, and they're exploding sunflowers at us. Very similar to the Chapter 1 Clover and Jevil Club explosions. And then we've got Trashy Nubber and the Orb. The shy, bashful, sad orb. Throwing stuff at us, looks like we're cleaning up trash. We've got the hand from the Mike fight. Everyone's here. I would assume that this is from Castletown's Fight Club. But of course the first rule of Fight Club is to not talk about the Fight Club. This looks like a fun fight. I don't think it's going to be in the new Dark World. And we go through Chapter 4, Chapter 2, and Chapter 3 respectively. I will say I am very disappointed by the editing here. I thought it was going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then splash with the stuff of the new Dark World, but cuts off halfway through 3. I do like this Shovel Knight style character, and I really do hope that that's an intentional homage to Shovel Knight, which is a wonderful game. Looks like we've got a terracotta plant with bonsai, Sakura bonsai. And then very quickly we go to this Japanese-inspired, maybe Shinto-looking shrine, which really surprised me because there is nothing in Hometown that looks Japanese-inspired. Most of it looks Eastern American at best. So I want to know where this Dark World is, because if it is Japanese-inspired, I don't think it's going to be in the Flower King flower shop. I think it might be maybe in the Holiday House. We do have katanas there, but even then the Holiday House isn't very Japanese or even Japandi. Maybe there is going to be a Japanese shop of sorts in the area to the left of the police station that we don't have access to. I have previously said and heard it said that maybe there will be multiple Dark Worlds throughout Chapter 5. Of course, we have precedent for that in Chapter 4, with there being 2.5 Dark Worlds there. But really, this could be anywhere, and the only other justification I could make for this being a Japan-themed Dark World is Toby Fox lives in Japan, and festivals are a very large part of Japanese culture. Festivals are usually a per-city thing or per-community thing, and you usually have multiple here, often relating to holidays, sometimes not. They are large events, very community-oriented, and often they have romantic connotations if you bring a friend or potential love interest to them. So that's maybe this is less of a Flower King Dark World and more of a someone stabbed the earth in the Wendy's parking lot Dark World during the festival. Of course, we have the Omega Flowey, which everyone has been talking about, going against Chris Solo. Vine Slide. And I think this scene is so pretty. Oh my goodness. Look at this scene. We've got the marshy reeds out front. We've got this beautiful ripple. Of course, we're borrowing the running animation from Chapter 4. Rousey is again floating. And I wonder why Rousey doesn't want to get wet here. Because, you know, maybe Rousey is a piece of paper. Go check out my Scribe's Parchment theory, by the way. But I really think that this is a gorgeous scene, especially with how the music is hitting here. And this end scene, oh my goodness. One of my favorite gaming creators is Beautiful Glitch, and they create these games called Monster Prom, Monster Camp, Monster Con, and Monster Road Trip. And when you finish a playthrough of that game, it has very similar art to this. So I really like the art here. This art is available on the Deltarune newsletter that came out today if you wanted to go download that for yourself as a desktop screensaver or something. But this is just gorgeous art, and whoever made this, I believe it is Temmie who created this, did an amazing job. And as we'll read the Deltarune newsletter soon, there is beautiful, significant meaning behind this picture too. Alright, so we are here on the newsletter. And I'm going to read through most of it to you. You've probably read it if you're watching this video, but if you haven't, we're going to read through it together. So Toby Fox says, sorry to keep you waiting. Deltarune Chapter 5 will launch simultaneously worldwide on all platforms on June 24th at 11 a.m. EDT. For more information, check Deltarune.com, and if you actually check Deltarune.com, you get this really beautiful animation with all these, they look like maybe roses or carnations. So that's neat. And he'll send another newsletter when it's out, so probably on June 24th or June 25th. We have this announcement trailer, which we just watched. He says he wants to surprise people playing the chapter for the first time, which is most of us, and thus avoided showing the most exciting moments, which is the opposite of what you should do in a trailer. I'm personally glad that he avoided showing the most exciting moments because I'm working on a script for a theory right now that I hope to release maybe tomorrow or 2 days from now. And I was so afraid when I heard that the trailer might be dropping today that all of my hard work would be for nothing. By the way, the trailer was made by these people. What kind of chapter is Chapter 5? So in Chapter 4 there were dark clouds on the horizon, but here we are turning around and watching the sun before it goes down completely, and I really like that sentiment. I did think before the trailer came out that perhaps Chapter 5 wouldn't have a dark world at all, and it would be entirely in the daytime, as a complete opposite and bookend to Chapter 3, considering that the chapters were all supposed to come out at the same time. Let's smile again, let's have one more fun adventure, okay? So when did she smile? Deltarune Tomorrow. In my opinion, it fits well in the overall story of the game. Chapter 6 progress update, it's developing well, everything is making good progress, and they're currently working on the bullet patterns of the last battle of the chapter. The chapter is easier to make than others, so development is going quite fast. I have heard some people say that they're worried this means the chapter will be short, and I don't think that really means the chapter will be short. I think that at the moment we have so many animations to choose from throughout the chapters. Most of the characters that we see, we're probably not going to be getting a lot of new characters in Chapter 6 and Chapter 7. I hate to say it, but if we kept adding characters for those chapters, I feel like we would lose out on the story because we are fleshing out new characters. And I guess we're gonna start working on Chapter 7 before the end of the year. I wouldn't be surprised if we get Chapter 6 and Chapter 7 published at the same time, just like we had Chapter 3 and Chapter 4, especially given that Chapter 3, 4, and 5 were meant to be published together, and that initially Toby actually wanted to publish 2 through 7 together. So having them all together, it's kind of a nice little sneaky snack for us. I know we've been going a little bit stir-crazy, a little bit hungry in the fandom. A lot of us seem to be very hungry for Friend and Gerson and Gaster, and we're starting to repeat ourselves and run in circles. We do have new merch. So we've got the Weather Couple, or Weather Thruple, really. And we've got a new record. Looks like a nice bright gold record for all of those who have a record player. We have the water cooler keychain. That's really cute. I wonder if there's going to actually be some squishy mechanic or water, or not water, but like maybe slime inside that you can squish and fidget with. That might be nice or neat. We do have plushies of Batat and Pluie. No Jongler plushie, it seems. And a new poster, and I really want to look at this poster. We have a knight on the left side. We have what looks to be another knight on the right side with a very different face. More pointy face with almost more blue in it. I wonder if this is Carol Knight, actually. And this other knight is someone else, someone more broken, someone a little glitchier. We have Jackenstein, which I wasn't expecting. A sword which kind of looks like a pencil. I really like that. We're in front of some sort of stained glass. Kind of like the stained glass we saw in the Egg Room Hall in Chapter 4. There's Gerson, there's Susie, there's Rousey. There's some sort of blue orb in Susie's hands. Maybe a new magic attack. And I don't see too much in the foreground here aside from those. So this looks like maybe it's a Chapter 4 poster specifically. I really like it. And then conclusion. Sorry to keep you waiting. It's okay, we'll wait. We will wait 8 more years if we have to. We won't like it, but we'll wait. And we do have only 2 weeks and 1 day left until Deltarune. And then let's actually look. So, shortly after the trailer released, Go Nintendo published an article, and it had a new sort of picture that we haven't seen in the trailer or anywhere else. And this looks like it's going to be at the festival. So we've got sunflowers, which indicates that this festival takes place in late summer, early fall, as that's when most sunflowers are growing and harvested. We've got hydrangeas, we've got daisies or some sort of aster, and Sans has yet again scratched out the title of his shop, so it went from Grillby's to Sans to ice creams, and we're of course keeping that primary S there. I wonder if that's important. Actually, the first thing I saw when I saw this image was this circle over here next to the door. I thought it was an egg because it's kind of egg-shaped, and I actually had the forethought to go and see what Grillby's and Sans looked like. And we do see this egg thing over here, but they both have a shadow attached, making it look attached to the wall, which we don't see over here. We don't see that shadow. Of course, this does look actually a little more simplistic than even in Sands that we see in Chapter 2 and Chapter 4. It does look like these are lights, and I don't think I ever noticed that they're lights before. I kind of thought that these fixtures were an architectural thing, maybe holding up the window here. So that's interesting. I wonder if it's intended to look like an egg. I know we're all kind of Eggman-cord at the moment. Everyone wants to know about Eggman. Maybe Eggman is here holding the flowers in this tub of... or holding up these balloons in this tub behind ice creams. Wouldn't that be funny? We do have Noelle here. Noelle, Susie, and Chris are gonna go on a nice little adventure in the light world. And they're all having fun. Again, though, none of this seems Japan-inspired, so I'm a little confused as to where the theming of the Dark World came from. This looks really fun. It kind of reminds me of Stardew Valley's fair. I would love to hear your thoughts and more in the comments. Do you think that Chapter 5 will meet your expectations? Exceed them? Let me know. As always, I am Savannah Stonecrow. Please leave a like, comment, share this video with a friend. And remember, it is on you to stay fresher than a fresh and fragrant egg.